We can go.
We can go! Yay! We got the thumbs up. So hey everyone, thanks for joining us for Live at Lunch this week. So this week we're talking about the Women's Out of Town Retreat, and with me, so I'm Becky Jo, in case you didn't know. It rhymed. And this is Kim Stewart, and she is a very awesome woman, and I'm so glad I get to know her.
I'm glad to be with you today.
So Kim has been a part of the church for a long time, and she's actually on the cleaning team for the women's retreat. So we just wanted to chat with her about what the theme is, what the weekend's gonna look like. Oh, and heads up, if you hear a chewing noise, maybe like right about now, or some slurping, we have this really cute dog named Sadie in the corner. You just can't see. So it's her, not us.
We do not sip our tea like that.
But it would be fun.
Cue
So-
sip tea.
Cue sip tea. So Kim, what is the theme this year of the women's retreat?
The theme this year is dream, and what that looks like in our lives when God puts dreams in our hearts and passions and things that stir around in us. And I think for some of us, that can feel a little scary because we don't know what to do with the desires and the passions and things that God's put in us. Or maybe for some people, it's been a while since you have had dreams stirring in you, or you don't know what your dreams are, and you're maybe a little scared to explore that, or maybe you've had dreams and just life has put a lot of things on pause for you. And so I think this weekend will be just a beautiful time to reflect, to maybe have some things awakened in your heart, things that have been maybe quiet for a while, or maybe God will do some fresh things, put fresh things in your heart. Another piece of that is the word war, or like warrior, and just how sometimes I think, again, just that fear to walk out our dreams and our passions, either our own insecurities or maybe just even the enemy of our soul, like bringing up insecurities and fear and doubt and all those kinds of things. But God's made us strong and courageous and brave with His Spirit. And so what it looks like to be women who dream with strength and courage like a warrior. So that's kind of the theme. That may be a lot of information, but
I liked it.
I'm excited about it because that word's been kind of significant to me over the last few years, and I get to share a little bit about that on Friday night, and Jill Acock will be sharing a little bit on Friday night as well, along the theme of warrior, and so that's just a little...
Yeah. I mean, I think for me, what you're saying kind of describes where I'm at when it comes to not dreaming or not really delving into that, because I feel like I just don't allow myself to dream and go for things, and so I'm excited to like be stirred up in that, and I love that we're gonna have personal stories from you and Jill, because I don't know, there's just something about having just real stories to help you be like, okay, I'm not alone in this, or okay, we're all in this together, kind of a thing, to kind of really build connection and encouragement.
And I think I've been thinking about this a lot in the context of dreaming within community and how important that is to, like, you know, a lot of times they're kind of hidden things inside you, but then when you bring it like to a close friend or in a close group of people and you share what God's stirring in you, and then they rally alongside of you and can encourage you in whatever God's, you know, stirring in your heart. And so I'm really hoping that it will be... Sadie wants to go outside.
Oh,
okay. Danny's on that. This is real life, people.
Yes.
And so I think, like, the importance of kind of getting away and then doing it in the context of community will be really amazing and good.
Yeah. And one thing too that's really nice is, so I've gone to, I think 2 out of the town retreats with CF over the years, and maybe 1 or 2 of the in-town ones. And so one thing I really appreciate is sometimes I just don't naturally interact with a whole bunch of the other women that go to CF because we just don't have the same, we don't go to the same groups, or we don't go, so we just don't see each other. And so I have made so many new friendships, or just getting to bond with different women and make new friendships just from doing that. So it's really encouraging to get to have, and it's, you know, people of all ages, so you get women in all different just like chapters of their lives. And so good and so important. And if that sounds a little scary, like some people may be like, oh, I don't know about meeting new people. That's okay. That's all right. I would still encourage you to come. And you probably have 1 or 2 people, 3 people, 4 people that you can share a room with. Yeah.
And those can be your people. But I've kind of found the same thing as you when I've gone and I've made maybe 1 or 2 connections outside of my normal kind of sphere. It's been sweet. It's been a gift to me to meet different women. And I do love that it's like all ages.
Yeah.
And we have some pretty amazing women.
We do.
In the church. And we're pretty rich. And so I think it'll be really awesome to get away. It's not very often that you can kind of create a space just to pause like this, right?
Yeah.
And if it seems like maybe, May, things start getting busy and it's kind of crazy, maybe this will just be a great time to take a little personal 24-hour retreat, connect with Jesus and with some beautiful women.
Yeah, and the car ride there and back too.
Always fun.
It's always fun. You know, some carpool karaoke if you're into that.
I'm into that.
Sweet.
80s music.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
So since we're talking about different things happening, I did bring a cheat sheet. By the way, we do have these flyers in our foyers, and the information is online. But I brought this because there's a lot of information, and I wanted to make sure we said it correctly.
I'm glad you did that.
Yeah. So Friday, we've got, so it starts late enough in the evening that if you work on a Friday, you can still get there. And then we're going to have the group meeting. So is that when the personal stories are going to happen?
Yeah, I think there's going to be worship. And then I'm not sure, not 100% sure about this, but
we still have a month. It doesn't all have to be planned yet.
Jill and I will probably share those personal stories Friday night with worship. And then I'm not sure if Beth Bramstad, who's the main speaker, if she'll share some kind of maybe intro thoughts. I'm not sure about that yet. Leading into Saturdays when she does her talk, which I'm really excited about. And then we have games, food, fellowship, and healing prayer.
So
definitely should check that out.
Can you describe healing prayer for anyone who doesn't know what that is? Just a little
tiny.
It's hard to do that in a tiny snippet.
Healing prayer is a safe space with a couple intercessors with you, the guest, who just listen to Jesus with you. And create a space for you to hear from him, his heart for you, and if there's something that you need to offer him, that maybe a burden that you're carrying, it's a safe place to do that, and then receive something in return from him.
Yeah.
Is that good?
I think that's a good explanation.
Yeah. It's very safe, very comfortable. The other women that will be praying and interceding with the guest, they're all safe people to be with.
And they're a part of our healing prayer
team.
team.
They're part of the healing prayer team. So they have had the training, they've done this before.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And so,
You're not gonna get me, guys. So I'm not on the team, and you don't, I'll play games with you.
Becky, play games with Becky. So that's Friday night.
Yeah, and then.
So there's something for everybody.
Yeah, which is really nice, because you don't have to play games. So if you want to kind of get into a smaller group of girls and just chat, if you go to bed insanely early, no judgment. You do you. And then the next day we'll have breakfast, and the healing prayer will be open the next day too. So
and there'll probably be sign-ups for that.
Yeah,
So.
I think we have it where you sign up whether you want to do the morning or the evening. And then we're gonna have the morning session and the afternoon. So I'd say one of those is probably Beth, and one of them is the dreaming activity. I'm very curious about this dreaming.
The dream board, but it'll be kind of a directed. A couple women, I think, are kind of pulling together to help give a directed time of how do you create or make space for God to awaken some dreams in you.
Yeah.
And so maybe dream boards. Becky Jo and I were kind of doodling.
We're doodling, and I know you can see mine because it's really light. But there's flowers coming out of my head.
I'm more of a word person, so, but someone helping us through that, because sometimes we just need a little spark to get us going.
It's almost like, I hate to liken dreaming to writing a paper in college, but it's kind of like, you have a paper or assignment or any project in your life that you have to do, and you just can't quite get started.
Right,
but then once you get going, it flows. But it sometimes takes a little to get going, and so I like that.
I'm actually going to share something about that.
What? High five. That wasn't planned.
I'm not going to give it away yet.
Yep.
I told you now.
Yeah.
Why would I need to say it again? So, cost.
So cost varies depending on how many people you want in your room. So if you have 4 people in your room, it's $70. And then the price goes up if you have less people in your room. All that information is on our website, and we'll make sure and have the link in the comments. And then also, if you can only do Friday or Saturday, or you have family that lives in town and you don't want to stay there, there's a whole bunch of different options.
Yes.
There's also, we always do a scholarship fund. So if price is what's holding you back, you can always request it. If we have the funds, we'd love to be able to help. And then if you want to be able to, if you're like, I'm totally going to this and I have a few extra dollars that I want to help someone else go, all of that is on the sign up form. And we, so we can just kind of help each other be able to have this experience together, which is exciting. I love that we do that. I was actually, my first year, I was a scholarship kid.
Awesome.
Yeah, so because it was my last semester of college, and I worked.
You know how that is.
Yeah, and fun fact, I worked for a grant-funded program, and the government shutdown was that year. And so I didn't know if I was going to have a job when the out-of-town retreat happened, let alone if I should pay for it. so I wasn't going to, but then they're like, oh, we can do it. I was like, yes. So it very much blessed me. So just know that if you're thinking about, hey, should I put a few bucks in?
Or if you're really, really wanting to go, but you're in a situation, like Becky's saying, it's okay to ask.
Absolutely.
That's even, we're supposed to ask.
And we will have, for the most part, we encourage people to carpool together, so you don't have to. Everyone doesn't have to drive.
Right.
And
that is fun.
That is fun. It is, especially if you have one person who knows how to get there, and then everyone else doesn't have to worry about it.
Right.
Exactly. And if you need help finding a ride, let me know.
Awesome.
I give rides. I'll be there. And we're both.
Are you going?
I'm going.
Are you going?
You're going. We're going. In fact, I'm a room leader And this is a shameless plug that I need 3 other ladies for my room. So if you want to be my
Yeah.
roommate, holla at me.
Holler at her.
Woo!
You definitely have fun.
It's true. I don't usually talk in my sleep.
Now I'm curious. Maybe I should be in the room.
But sometimes it happens. But yeah, so how to sign up is we've had, I don't know if you've noticed if you've been at church in the last two weeks, we've had a sign up table in our north foyer, so the main foyer. We will have it again this week.
Okay.
So you can sign up there. We also have the link online, so it's really easy to fill it out and pay there. But yeah, so that's the main information.
I think that is.
It is.
Yeah. Covered it all.
I did it all.
You should go.
You should go, yeah. And if you have any questions, you're just not sure, don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah.
So
Email, call the church office.
yeah,
See one of us at the church on
Yeah.
Sunday.
I will be at the table most likely. Yeah, let's
She'll
be
be
real
at the
here.
table.
I'll be at the table.
So the first session starts on Friday night. I don't think we ever said the dates.
Oh, ha!
May 3rd and 4th.
May 3rd and 4th. That's a
3rd
good,
and 4th.
good catch.
Well, there's a lot happening that weekend, but if
There
you can
is.
go, you should be there.
Yeah.
It's going to be
should.
good.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And it is at Tantera, which is at Lake of the Ozarks. So
It's
if you're
pretty.
wondering where it's at, it's there. So that's probably about an hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a horribly long distance.
Yeah.
And Saturday we wrap up at 3:30, so you'll be home.
Oh,
in-
perfect.
yeah. So it's literally about 24 hours, and I feel like that's a good amount of time to get a break.
Even in years when I've gone and I've not been maybe super excited about going,
It happens.
it happens. Just maybe because you're tired, you know, like me. But I've gone, and every time I've not regretted it. I've been thankful that I've gone. So
Yeah.
if you're maybe second guessing, like, I don't know if I really want to do that, because I was like that a little bit for this one, and then I was like, no, I really want 24 hours away. And when I heard the theme of the weekend, I was like, yes, dreaming a warrior. And it wasn't until later that Deb asked if I would do the little Friday night thing with Jill, and then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm in.
Just kidding. I'm out. No. I'm
Yeah, out. I'm in. So yeah, if you're not quite sure, just go for it.
Yeah, I think it's just about anything in life where I'm like, I know I made plans to do it or something, and it's a good thing, and right before I'm like, I don't want to do it. Those are usually end up being some of the best times. I'm like, I'm so glad I did that kind of thing.
Yeah, like being with you today.
Oh, yay.
It's pretty great.
So, I gotta like you too.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ding. By the way, I don't know if you can tell.
You can't now because they're
so-
all blend.
I know, but at the beginning of the film, or the video, or whatever this is, this live situation,
Yeah.
I think they were still colored.
Probably.
So you need to go back and if you watch this
Rewatch it so
great
you can watch the
video,
birds.
because these birds, they change colors depending on hot or cold liquid. So they were colored at the beginning of this. Boom.
Favorite mug.
Boom. It is pretty
Well,
cool.
actually, it's not my favorite, but it is in the top 5.
Mugs are important.
They are important.
They are.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's it.
I think we're
I think we
good.
did.
Hope to see you at the retreat.
Yes, we hope to see you there, and we hope you have a great day. So, thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye.
Pamela says hi.
Hi,